Let's get it cracking. I'm early, and there's a reason for it. I wanted to get on here and say thank you to everybody who purchased the tea. It means a lot to me and the collaborator that we got these out. And this one was for the kids. Um, no longer available, so sorry you missed it. We'll be back next time. Hopefully, there's a part two to this collab. We'll get back to it. Outside of that, what up? 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 I'm coming on early before the team gets here and before our guest gets here because I just wanted to get some shit out real quick. But yo, what up though? Feeling real great lately. Just a lot of shit. What up? What up? What up? What up?
What's happening?
I was coming on early to talk some shit.
Go ahead. I gotta get some more stuff, but I had to make sure I was here. I always gotta beat Jay.
Y'all some assholes, you know that?
Sibling rivalry, bro. Ain't even really no rivalry.
The way our group chat is set up, though.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I was just saying, man. I appreciate everybody for copping the tea. This one means a lot. My kids love this. This was not my idea, but the idea was to do a kids tea, and this is the first kids tea I was able to do with somebody. So that was major for me.
Sure.
Major for me. My daughter was super hyped when she's like, "Daddy, you always get stuff. I don't ever get anything." I was like, "Yours is right over there. Go get it, sweetheart." She's like, "Oh." So it was a great thing. My boys, they try to be too. My boys, my boys were too cool for school, so they was like, I'm gonna wear mine. I'll probably wear mine tomorrow or something. Like,
yeah.
I
do. You got it good, boy. I'd be scared to have a daughter.
Nah, man. There ain't nothing to be scared about. When
yeah,
you get the
boy.
Right one.
It make you soft.
You say that, right?
Yeah.
Nah. I'm just as much of an asshole as I was beforehand. I just know how to, contain the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Hold on, I'll be right back.
There's and again, I appreciate everybody who grabbed one. The shirt says, if you can read it, it's backwards as fuck. Hold on. I gotta get my drinking shit, man. I'm early. You are loved. Help is just one ask away. This is my wife's tea. Yeah, man. Shit. Let me get my drink. I ordered food, so if y'all hear me like dip out to grab my food, that's why. I'm not gonna eat on live. This ain't no mukbang or none of that shit. But yo. Oh man.
What up?
It says the Captain America had joined. Oh, there you go.
What up? What up? What up?
What up?
What up? What up? What up? I like that hoodie.
Oh, appreciate it, man. That's courtesy of Marcus Jordan in the trophy room.
Well, I don't know why I'm laughing, but that's just funny to me.
It can't be all bad, bro.
Nah, it's not.
Nah.
It can't be all bad.
The whole social media shit is just wild, man. Like, until people like really get down to the nitty gritty of shit, we don't know nothing. Just waiting on our guest. Our guest will be here soon. How deep is the music talk? Not tonight. We will be picking back up the music talks on the 20th.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Trent actually we double booked. I'll say that. We double booked. Um, Air Max had prior engagement, so it kind of worked out for both of us. And we have our returning guest from last year coming up tonight.
You're real
Last
quick.
with the aviator shades on.
Jay,
What up,
so you
though?
remember when I told you we were going to talk about asset management?
Yes, sir.
So this is what happens when you flip some stuff you don't want and you get back something that you got rid of.
What you get? I can't tell. Is that flea markets?
Nah,
Oh,
Tiffany's.
okay. Tiffs. Bet.
So for, so
That's
for anybody in the chat, I'm trying to move airship, Armor Meniere, and Run the Jewels Dunk High. For what? I don't know. I'm
Oh
trying to
shit.
move those.
Oh my god, my whole life. All right, hold on. How do I?
Right, get your life
Like what the
together
fuck?
real quick. We
Oh,
got you.
I can't
We got
even see
you.
her. I can't even see her.
I can see her.
All
I
right,
see her
I
and
can see
Michael.
you.
What up?
Yo.
What up?
Hey. All right. I think we're good.
You good?
How are you
MJ.
guys?
Jay,
Yo.
Oh,
finish what you were saying though. You trying to trade off?
Oh, I'm trying to move. I'm trying to move Armor Meniere airship and a Run the Jewels Dunk High. I don't know for what. But I'm trying to get something out of it.
what do you mean move it? Like you trying to sell it?
I want to sell it, trade it, like you know what I mean. What I'm trying to get, like, what's the least reselling version of the Union 4, that shit called
This is
What is it, the cactus moss or some shit
something
like
like
that?
that, something like that. Yeah,
Some random shit.
like a 2-for-1, something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Uh,
I don't know, because those Run the Jewels, I mean, last time I checked, they was going under retail, I think.
okay, so it's the I'm in the air. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I probably picked the wrong kicks to want to try to trade. I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah.
You'll be
No,
able to
trust
get
me,
stuff.
I'm there with you. I've been trying to sell a couple of sneakers, and I went to a lot of shops, and one shop totally, I think, yeah, probably saw when I wrote on Twitter, one shop totally tried to lowball me.
Yes, I did see that.
And
on the Kobe's, right?
you know, on the Kobe's, and I'm over it. I'm just like, so they're at Flight Club right now. I'm waiting to see, like, you know, whoever gonna get them, or maybe I put the price lower or whatever. But yeah, I was trying to sell those, the LD beef and broccoli joints,
Okay.
the New Balance, my Lightning Force, some Yeezys. I was trying to sell a couple of stuff, and yeah, the only thing I sold was the Cherry 11s that came out last year, but I only got 120 back from those, and I was just like, all right, whatever, it's cool.
Hey, how far are you from Long Island?
Huh?
How far are you from Long Island?
I'm right there. So where I'm
Okay,
like at is yeah.
okay, because I was about to say, so our local resale shop is Cola Kicks, and I know they're
That's
in.
where I went.
Oh, that's where you went. Oh,
No, well, no, that's not
oh,
where they
okay.
tried to lowball me,
Oh,
but I
Oh, get
went
ready. We
to
need to make this
they
call.
no no
We need to make this
no they
call.
he's the
I'll
only
be
one that
back,
took my
y'all.
11s. He didn't take the lightnings, which I was actually surprised. He was like, oh, because I won them once,
Yeah,
and he was like, oh, we're not really doing used shoes or whatever. So I was like, I he wanted to give me 160 for the AODs, but I'm just like, I would have settled probably at 180, but I really
yeah,
want 200 for them.
yeah.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, nah, he was the only one that gave me like a decent, you know.
They usually there with the prices. I know, like when they're in the process of like opening stores and stuff, they won't take like used stuff
Mm-hmm.
because they're like trying to get in for the stores. I know they got a couple stores open, but yeah, they usually like really fair.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So it was nice too.
Yeah,
what I feel like I'm gonna do is just put them up on GOAT, and whatever they go for, they go for. At least I have the GOAT credit,
Mm-hmm.
and like whatever I decide to put on top of that later on, I just like put $100 on top of that later
You
on and
don't
get what I want.
got
I
no
don't.
other shoes you willing to give up?
You know, these
No,
guys
don't
have
lie.
told me about my attachment to my shoes. Right? They're
I'm with you
just
though.
shoes.
I am with you.
No,
With you 1000%.
I feel that, but I buy 2 pairs of.
I was gonna say you different though, Lex,
Yeah,
because you buy 2 pairs of everything.
Right.
yeah,
Giving up a pair isn't gonna.
Right.
yeah.
I never did that. Like anything I bought is because like nah, like I'm really about to wear it or whatever. But then life start happening, and then you start thinking like, how many ones I would have doubled up on if I knew that it would have turned back around and
I,
niggas was paying like $700 for my size, like
I,
easy.
I think it's the
Exactly.
I think it's the Gemini in me.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel it.
I'm a Gemini too.
It's the Charleston in you.
That's what.
We a lot of people down here like to get 2 of everything, and I think that traps it over for Lex to shoes. Cause my homeboy, it's kind of fucked up, but he really wanted 2 of everything. 2 whips, 2 cars, 2 cribs. 2 chicks. It's just how he wanted to live his life. He's still
no,
like
he
that
wildin'.
too.
That's
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I
shit.
mean? About to be in his 40s.
He wildin'.
But
Yeah, introduce yourself.
I know, right?
Oh,
I'm way off. I got on early because I was trying to talk shit, and my talking shit always comes off with love. I don't know how it happens, but that's how it happens.
it's your
Ladies
tone
and
and your
gentlemen,
cadence.
yeah, I know. I'm all off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Geeks to Soul. I am your host, Mr. Love Ones. To you, my 2 distinguished, great gentlemen of friends,
Yo,
Lex, Jay. Tonight we have a special guest, a returning guest at that.
yes.
Key. Please,
He
thank you
here.
for joining us again.
The flex.
Nah,
She
man.
in here.
We just live the life.
I gotta put my Gucci shades on because we got a big guest in the building.
Hey,
Yo, stop it. I
Yeah,
am a
listen,
regular degular
I
girl. I
had
don't
to
know how many times I'm gonna tell you
I
that.
had to pull out the flex because we got Key in here.
That's what I'm saying.
Key does not play, so
I want those. That's the pair. I like those better than the black pair.
it's nice.
I like
So
the black pair, and
it's
the
not
only
like
reason. Go ahead, Jay.
it's not like it's leather. It's like nubuck, but I don't know if people could tell from like the pictures. But
No, because it was too dark. You come back over here when it's sunny. I'll be able to take better pics. I
man,
feel like a lot of people saying that shit like, "Yo, why it look gray?" I'm like, "Cause it was dark."
well,
Look blue.
I'm gonna have to meet you at lunchtime now since it's getting dark at 5 o'clock and shit.
Listen,
We're just
listen.
doing it on the weekend, man. We got Saturday.
I thought
I
daylight
like the
savings was supposed
vibes.
to stop.
No, this year's the last year.
I got it.
For real?
And that's what I was told by my job. It was a legal thing. This
Man.
year's the last year.
And I don't like that shit. I don't like
See,
it.
they said this shit 2 years ago they was about to stop, and then every year this shit is still happening. I'm like, yo, why am I losing sleep?
But
Mhm.
I am used to it being dark early on Christmas Eve. That's the only reason I don't like it. So
Yeah.
just Eve, Thanksgiving and whatnot, I don't really care.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Me and my wife had to decide if we were going to celebrate Thanksgiving or not, since our anniversary is right there. Like we got married on Thanksgiving. So
Oh,
That's awesome.
wow.
We both see as
I'm keeping it a buck.
Congratulations.
thank you.
Thanksgiving
I-
other day.
I still can't see Keys, so I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna back out. Come back in.
All right.
All right.
So as a member of the Husky Kid Club, Thanksgiving is just another day for me. Like we eat regardless of.
Nah, so Thanksgiving has always been a great time. That's like one of the very few holidays that I get down on. I'm not really the holiday guy. Like even with my kids, like I still like I gotta get in the spirit for them, but like I never really celebrated none of these holidays and stuff like that. And my wife said I can tell, like when a lot of shit happens, like especially like trying to like pull off Christmas, right?
Mm.
You know how hard it was for me not to tell my kids that Santa Claus didn't exist.
Listen, it'd be like that.
Yo,
It'd be like that for sure.
so when I have kids, I'm thinking about giving them like this whole elaborate story, like
Don't do that.
it's a conspiracy and Santa Claus is a black man named Jolly Jack.
Yo, you about to drag it.
No, because we lying kids anyway. Why not?
Oh shit, your head bad.
Nah, man.
Your head is
Jay, you can see us now?
Nothing. I can hear y'all, so I'm just gonna pretend like I can see everybody.
Well, good.
Dang,
Why he can't see, I'm mailing all of y'all laces out this week, right?
Word.
Friday, I have laces dropping.
beautiful.
Friday, I have some laces dropping.
Nice.
Shoelace Supply. Shout out to them for reaching out and actually wanting to do this, man. I think that was the dopest thing. My wife has been telling me to do laces for 10 years now. And this is the first time I'm actually jumping on and doing some. I had ideas for so many different types of laces over the years, but of course, you know, people get to it and they actually do it. Like the 3M laces, heat activated laces, which I still haven't really seen anybody do yet. Color changing with the heat and all of that.
That'd be
Color
dope.
changing with the wetness.
That would be dope.
Just different things that, you know, I was thinking about, but like I really just went left field. I was like, I want to do something that's closer to home. One of my favorite shoes, of course, is the UNC. So I was like, let me do something that, you know, I'm going to rock. That's not going to be a one-time use. I'm not going to take them out because I'm going to get tired of them. I'm never getting tired of these. I've had these in hand for like 2 months now, and I don't flip them into a couple of pairs. I ain't post them or nothing like that. I was doing my best not to wear those to where it gets seen, but whenever I was out, I was like, oh, shit, where you get those laces from? I got you soon. I know what time it is soon as those drop. So that's coming. All right. Outside of that, let's get to you. We seen a recent picture with you and the stars. Well, I didn't even say stars and stripes, but with that famous referee jersey on. What's going on?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm at Foot Locker. I'm at Foot Locker now. It's crazy how it happened. So I don't really like get spiritual or whatever, but I always say one of my gifts is the gift of like dreaming. So
Yeah.
I actually had a dream. Yo, what's crazy? Nah, y'all about to it's coming back to me. I had a dream. I walked into a store and Lex, you was one of the workers. I swear to God. I swear to
Sounds about right.
You know what's funny
Lex
about
was
that?
one. It was Lex. It was like a couple of people from the sneaker community, and I asked, and I was like, "Yo, like, are y'all hiring?" And y'all always like, "Yeah, nah, Key, we got you, or whatever, blah blah blah." So fast forward, the playoff ace came out, and a lot of times I do like my reservations. Like I do probably like 2 stores in New York, and then I do one in Jersey, like just in case. So I got the shoe in Jersey, but that day it was like raining. It was mad stuff happening outside, so I didn't feel like
Going?
going there. So yeah. So I happened to find a Foot Locker like near me that's like right there by my house. And I was just like, oh shit, I didn't even realize this shit was open. So I go in and something just told me to ask the girl. Well, at first I asked, I was like, do y'all have like a size 5 in these? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh no. And something just told me to ask. I was like, you guys hiring? And she was like, yeah, we are. She's like, what's your name? Whatever, yada, yada. And then, yeah, I did the interview and I got the job. So
Hey,
it's just crazy how like it works.
so I want to say welcome to the family because I still work at Champs.
Nice.
So
Okay.
you in the black club, you in the black card club now. In case y'all don't know, that's the discount card. It's black.
Gotcha. Yeah. I just got mine today and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be fun.
How many
Yeah.
people been in your DMs looking for free shoes?
That was the next question. I was getting ready to get.
Listen, you know how it goes. Yo, you the I know some people was joking, but it's really people on some like, nah, you the plug, like blah 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 blah. No, I'm not. Because because I guess it's with Champs too, but we do employee raffles. So it's like I'm
Yeah.
not even really the plug for myself. So there's no way I'm about to be the plug for y'all niggas. Like
So here's what happens, right? Point me in the right direction if I'm wrong, Lex. But most people scout out which stores they're going to work in for the employees who are not really into sneakers. So they have the highest chance of getting what they want to get.
Kind of, sort of like, so in my case, it's so funny. So I started back in 2013, right? When I moved back, when I graduated. So I started in 2013 and it was crazy because nobody in the store was really into anything, right? My manager wore a 10.5. Then we ended up swapping managers with the Champs in the other mall. And he wore a 13. So it was like me and him was battling for every release. And so one of the funniest things I remember.
That manager.
Oh yeah. but no. So one of the funniest things I remember was the Gamma 11s. I ended up hitting a pair on Nike, so I was hyped. He had this whole BS raffle just to put his name on the shoebox. But apparently the district manager popped up unexpectedly and the other manager got scared. So she started just randomly pulling names off the boxes and she put some lady's ticket on the box. And so she called the lady and she didn't tell him. So he came to work on the release day hype, like, oh yeah, I'm about to get
Nice.
it's
Gone.
about to be good. The lady was waiting on them at the gate. He was like, oh, what size you getting? Oh, I got a 13. They called me. This is my ticket. He was so heated. He was ready to cry. I was just in there. I was like, damn, I don't know what to tell you, Playboy.
I don't know what to tell you. I hit on Nike, so.
And that was back like when they used to drop the 11s like 2 or 3 days before Christmas, and they just used to next day air everybody their shoe. Yeah, those are the good old days.
That shit.
I can tell you too. I've been knowing Lex about a year, and I talk to this guy literally every day. And as long as I know him, as much as I talk to him, he never hooked me up with a shoe. So it ain't like how people think it is. Never.
Yo,
listen, that's how it's like.
Nah, man. J size be
that was a body blow.
Nah, J size
that was a body
10
blow.
and a half?
10 and a half, 11.
10 and a half,
but
11 and Charleston?
That's average here. You gotta think that's the size I used to fight for a lot.
This
But
nigga get
women down here. It's grown women down here wear 10 and a half and 11.
this nigga get in the group chat every morning talking about Grand Rising, but he ain't got no grand raffle for me.
Hey, hey, listen. If I come in the chat with Grand Rising, y'all already know it's on some foolishness because I don't even be.
All right, not too much on that.
Wow. You see what Kari just said, right?
Teddy reminded me I'm broke with no trophy rooms.
I ain't got a trophy. Well, I got the 7. I ain't got no
Check
ones.
this out. I don't have anything trophy room in my house. Nada. Zilch.
Yeah, you dead don't got the ones. That's crazy.
Nothing. But it's cool, you know. I'm not gonna get into that because I have a deeper spiritual reason behind
a spiritual.
I'm out on that.
I promise you, I tried to keep all my distaste for anything off the timeline because I don't want nobody to screenshot. Nigga, you remember when you said this? Yeah. I meant at the time I meant that shit. So I kind of keep all my fuck shit off the timeline and tell it to the people that I need to tell it to. So people know my distaste.
I'm not gonna lie. I have no comment on that.
You know,
it didn't even come in my size. So, but you know, going back to like, no, I was gonna say like I see it from both sides. Like I know it's some people that they're never gonna get over it. Like they're never gonna get over it. And do they have a right to? Yeah. Depends on how you look at it. Like I get it. Like I totally get it. But to the other side of things, I feel like if going forward he's going to try to make it right, then it's like you can't hate him forever, man. Like
I mean forever is a long time, but
he did right. He did right with the trophy room 7s. The problem is people didn't covet the 7s like they did the 1s, so it don't count.
That's what it was.
Yeah, right.
But you don't think it was funny? Like almost every YouTuber just happened to be in Orlando for the 7s.
Oh no! Listen. Niggas know what happened. Yeah, they know what but it's one of those things. Is like he's never gonna admit it because why would he admit it? Like that's crazy. But we know what happened. Yeah. But it is what it is.
YouTube, so this is gonna live forever. But I'm gonna say this right. Nobody was complaining when motherfuckers were circling in a line for those 5s.
They were not. I heard stories about that.
Yeah, I heard that shit was like a buffet. I ain't even go.
The buffet is crazy.
For real. But no, like, so I had the 23s, but we had them down here in our local APV. We had the 23s on our local APV, the black pair. But I guess that's because James helped him set up trophy room. So we had those. But yeah, those sat because people were not trying to pay $250. Like I remember when I bought mine, the dude was like, "Oh, I can give you $30 off." I was like, "Sure, okay."
I'm trying to think of some shit that like I still hate to this day besides food, right? Certain foods that you're never just gonna like
Right.
Okra.
yeah, okra, that works for me. Like beets, I
Okra.
don't like beets. Beets is fucking disgusting to me. I'm
I
just
would
trying to
never
think
eat beets,
of,
but I like them in my juices.
okay, that's different. That works.
Jay
It's
mad as hell because he
hidden.
probably eat beets like 4 times a day.
I'm allergic. I'm allergic to beets. I'm allergic.
Just get your lick back like that, man. You gotta some,
Nah, Jay look like he put seaweed and shit in his smoothie. So
I do. Seaweed is great. I love seaweed.
no, Kari, okra is not fire. The more you
Okra is
cook it, it turns
amazing.
into string.
Okra is amazing.
No,
but
Yeah,
sir.
count
we
me
can
out.
do that with food. I don't think there's a human out there that I really distaste like that because of
Thank
something
you. It is
did that
disgusting.
wasn't to me. I just don't have it. You know what? I lie. I don't. I'm really still upset with Birdman and whoever the fuck it was that stopped at Jewels and Lil Wayne. I can't feel my face from dropping. That kind of pissed me off. So
Ain't
whoever was in the midst, I
nobody
play
stopped that,
baby.
but ain't nobody stopped that but the cough syrup. That's on
Jesus
Jewels.
Christ.
Nah, let that go. Let that go.
Lex, I don't see how you're from the South and don't like okra.
I ain't explaining nothing to you, bro, because you from the South. I'm gonna tell you why. Because okra is nasty, bro. The more you cook it, it turns into string. And then you talking about I'm from the South and I don't like okra. You from the South and you rooting against Young Thug. I don't want to hear it.
I
Free
don't
that man.
support
Yo.
criminals. I don't support criminals.
That man is innocent until proven guilty. Stop this.
Okay. You can stay where you at until you get out.
No, sir. I'll be honest with you. I don't care who he shot because they didn't make the London, they didn't make Relationship, and they did not make Ski. And I stand on that. Do not care.
All right, but
It's Atlanta, bro. Everybody's a criminal.
Yo,
back to
everybody's a criminal is crazy.
I guess. I had a real good question that I wanted to ask you because I was going to ask my wife the same question, right? With AI, they have the ability to finish and remaster tracks that were done. We know MJ has a couple, well, I don't even say a couple, he probably has a vault full of unreleased, unfinished songs.
Hmm.
How would you feel if the estate gave the rights up to be able to do and remaster these songs? Because they just did this with the Beatles. They took a Beatles track and let AI finish and polish it up and put it out. So how would you feel if they did that with MJ?
I don't know. I, I'm gonna say just leave it as it is because I'm thinking about like when LA Reid and they did like the MJ album that they did and they like included Dark Child and Timbaland and all of that, and it was like it was enough for me.
Right.
So I feel like MJ still has enough music to where like you don't have to add all of that extra stuff to it. Just let it be. If you want to add a new beat to it, mix it up, that's fine, but don't do all of that extra stuff because that's just gonna annoy me. Just
Right.
leave it the way it is.
Grizz, you're right. I listened to that Beatles track just to see how it sounded being done by AI. So the story, I'm vaguely playing off the story. I think they said it's on Disney or some shit like that where you can watch the whole behind the scenes shit where they
It is.
redid it. Right? Thank you. They took an unfinished track and they did whatever they did with the AI to have it come in and finish the song from vocals to the music arrangements and everything. And it sounds fluid all the way through. You wouldn't know where it came in and what wasn't there or whatnot. They said it took out of a lot of the, background noise because how they recorded back then was completely different. So like it really polished the track up. So it sounded like they did the track like late 90s, early 2000s. And just hearing that just makes me think of a lot of unfinished tracks from some of my favorite artists that could be done. It probably would sound a little bit weird with their their vocals, because rapping versus singing is completely different.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I've heard a lot of the rap AI songs, and
First of
they're
all, I
not.
heard the Biggie one, and they used a Pop Smoke freaking bar, and I was so done. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of throws me off. Like they going drill it out, and I'm gonna be pissed. I don't want to hear stack over drill. Like,
Right.
it's
Or they
dope.
gonna like say something that you know is current, and it's just gonna be like, this is a little weird because you're not even here to
Yeah,
witness,
yeah.
you
It's
know, what's
super
going
eerie.
Trump
on.
is
Super eerie.
You
Yeah.
know what
president.
though?
Biden is
The,
president.
but you
What?
know what though? Like the posthumous Biggie albums were weird to me. You know?
I'm sorry, that came out of left field. What happened, Jay?
The lyrics talking about Biden is
Oh, get
president.
the fuck out.
Yeah. See, that just got me tight. See what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah,
what
that would
John
be
Lennon know
fucking
about
wild.
Biden being president? Respectfully.
That would be wild. That would be wild. To be like, yo,
And
wait.
where's Paul McCartney? He just letting them. Whatever.
No,
I
yeah,
guess.
he okayed it.
Yeah,
He
him
Oh,
and
okayed it.
George.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
him and Harrison, I think. George
Yeah, I'm about
Harrison.
to say,
That was the thing. So like they all came together to really like put that together just to see how it was going to be.
It's like two.
mm,
I'm about to say how many Beatles are left. So it's
Just
just
two.
two.
yeah.
And there's only one advocate in the music industry so far that is like super gun ho for it, and it's Timberland, right? And I
And
know
I'm gonna need him
why.
to,
I know why.
because
You know
don't touch
why.
Aaliyah. Don't touch
Everybody
anything,
knows.
Aaliyah.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Man,
That's all he
he gotta
wants.
leave Aaliyah alone though. Like Aaliyah just got on streaming services not that long ago.
But
Like,
that was a
Right.
whole thing by
Exactly.
itself
yeah,
because the family
yeah,
estate didn't
Yeah,
want
the
that.
yeah,
family. Yeah.
That was her uncle or some shit that did that, right? Or somebody
yeah. I think
that
it
was
was the uncle.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
the
her
uncle. Like,
uncle. Yeah.
And but they was fighting over that shit for
Mm-hmm.
years. And
this
they
AI
lost.
shit is weird to me though. Like, not just like song wise. Every time I
Even the
just think of it,
pictures that people be doing, I'm
yeah,
like,
like
come on.
the pictures wild, the songs are wild. Like, and every time I hear AI, I think of Terminator. Like the whole
Content itself.
Skynet shit.
So people are using it so frequent. So like I can't say what I want to say so bad because I probably would get deep shit job wise. But the way a lot of people are using it in their day-to-days, just in business wise, like people don't even like recognize shit. So like descriptions, meetings, everything, it's being integrated into a lot of shit, and it's going very fast, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Before I scare the shit out of myself, I'm gonna switch the subject.
All right. Actually, Pete, you know what song blew my mind? I heard it like for the first time a month ago.
What?
2,000 watts.
Listen, I'm telling you, Invincible. First of all, fuck Tommy Mottola, because don't nobody care about what the fuck he doing out here. Sony fucked up by not promoting that album the way they should have. Invincible is so underrated. Listen.
That song, he uses his regular speaking voice to sing, or his regular singer voice. I was like, yo, who's this guy on Michael Jackson's song? I'm like, oh, that's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm loving all of these producer stories that are coming out over the years for MJ. Like all the stories that Pharrell has been telling, Dark Child, they came out and told a couple of stories. You know, Rodney Jerkin.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, when they bring verses back, we need one with Rodney. Maybe he could go up against somebody,
Yeah.
Michael Michael Cox,
Yeah,
whatever,
I
somebody,
was gonna say,
but he needs
Brian
one
Cox.
for sure. Yeah, Brian Cox. He needs one.
Key, I got a question for you because I figure you would know. So, and this gonna sound so stupid. So, do you remember when Drake and Michael did that Michael Jackson song?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what song like those verses came from? Like, were those verses just they had in the vault, or did it come from somewhere else?
I feel like they had it in a vault because I don't think the estate would just let him, but I don't know exactly what song it came from. I just know when I heard it, it felt like one of those. it just felt like something Drake would do. It just felt like he was
Yeah,
just like, I got the juice. I'm just gonna put anything together because it didn't really fit
No
to
cohesive.
me.
yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
really flow.
And Drake just flaunting the fact that, well, I'm Drake and I got a song with Michael Jackson or whatever. Because you realize
Big
like
ass
Chris Brown didn't
shit.
even get to do anything like that. Like
Yeah,
he got to use Aaliyah, that was cool.
yeah,
But it's like he never even got to use anything MJ, and here go Drake, and I'm just like, I hear you, bro, but yeah.
yeah. I
I
always
believe
wondered about that.
everything that Chris Tucker said about MJ. Chris Tucker said
But you mean,
MJ was a nigga, and
oh
I believe
yeah,
everything that Chris Tucker said about. He
So,
says nothing but great things about MJ. So like,
yeah, they were
I've been
really
watching a lot of
friends.
shorts on YouTube, and they'll put together some shit. And I guess Chris Tucker was talking about the one time where MJ kept telling him, was like, yo, you always spin the wrong way when we do
Oh
the
yeah,
song.
you kicking with the wrong leg.
And he did the shit on purpose.
have you ever heard the Magic Johnson story? So Magic Johnson
From
was like when MJ asked him to be in his video,
yeah,
he
remember
invited him to
the
his
time?
house. Yeah, he
Hmm.
invited him to his house. So he was like, they were sitting at a table, and the chef came in and he said, he'll cook you anything you want. Tell him what you want. So he said he told the chef what he want. They went off to make it. He was like, Michael Jackson pulled out this big bucket of KFC.
Yep.
Just started eating. And he was like, you want some? And he was like, yeah, I want some. Slide the bucket down. And then it's a story from this Run DMC book I read. He asked Run DMC to come over, and they were eating. And somehow Bubbles got on Jam Master Jay. Like he jumped on him. And Jam Master Jay jumped up and was like, what the fuck? And then they said
It's crazy. Shake
Michael,
actually
yeah,
commented on something. He said he met MJ and Bubbles and he was scared of Bubbles. So I wonder
yeah,
if that was that
yeah.
moment.
And they said supposedly Jam Master Jay was like, hey, your fucking monkey jumped on me. And they said Michael Jackson was like, hey, homie, we don't do that over here. Some shit like that.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
I wish I was in New York
Hilarious.
for Summer Jam when Jay brought out MJ.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I wish I was old enough to even be in that type of presence. Like for real.
But I still wish I was there just to be that be in the damn crowd on that was one of those amazing niggas. You did what type of moments,
And that was also the day Jay was like, yeah, I'm not fucking with these niggas ever again. Cause you ever see like the video and they like, yo, we got
he just
Michael
sit there with
Jackson.
that
Jay
dumb
just
Oh
look
yeah,
on his face like
that look on his face. He was
yeah.
just strong. And Dame was just right there. He was yo, wasn't that
that nigga was over it, yo.
the same Summer Jam? He brought up the picture of Prodigy dressed like the ballerina.
Yeah. That was he separated himself from everybody that night. That was it.
That's how he just knew after that, like this ain't it, bro.
Which is why I was completely shocked on that I Declare War night. Like that threw me for a fucking loop. Him damn reuniting with everybody and then finally being on stage with Nas, like that was different.
That one didn't surprise me. You know what surprised me? When him and Cameron performed Welcome to New York City like a few years ago.
No, that was the same night.
Was it? Because
that's the same
you remember
night.
that beef was ridiculous, man. Like,
I mean, but that was kind of, somebody do some shit in your honor, kind of fucking tarnishes your name. This is why a lot of niggas don't like people to do shit in their honor now, because it's like, yo, I can go to jail for you doing fuck shit. So Cam got shot up, and the niggas that tried to snap the chain when they was out, they, did some fuck shit on their way out, and that perpetuated more shit. So it was like, yeah, man, fuck this nigga. But when you get around people who like to put out fires, you kind of, cooler heads prevail. And shit was deaded way before we knew shit was deaded. Same way that people didn't know that Fat Joe and Hov were cool for years before, like, they actually pop up on the track. So it's like, again, Joe getting snuffed out the other night.
Yo, so that really did happen?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
wow.
said
He spoke on
he
it?
got
That's
caught.
crazy.
Got caught. But just knowing that it's not the same people who did it, right? It's just some more motherfuckers who, when people start speaking on, I made calls to save your life. Yeah, no more need to.
Yeah.
But a lot of rap beefs back then. I'm happy that a lot of that shit has been mended. One of the biggest things I wish would happen would be like G Unit one final round, but 50 is on his final lap tour now, so that shit ain't about to happen.
Yeah, that ain't. I don't see that
50
happening.
50 already told y'all they lazy in his eyes.
No, just Banks. Just Banks.
Didn't
Who
something just come out about Banks? He said he doing
charging
something with.
$100 for his mixtape. Yeah.
Yeah, Halloween Havoc.
I get what he's trying to do, but nah.
Too late for that.
No, nah, heavy on it. Like you was gonna have the Banks fans or whatever, but to the normal consumer, like they're gonna be like, "Who's this washed up nigga trying to charge?" Like, sound crazy.
So when Nip did it, it was innovative, right?
Yeah.
When Nip did it, it was very innovative, and then Hove came out and bought 100 copies.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody else to buy my fucking album now. And I sold 100 copies for $100. I'm good.
Yeah.
So then he ended up putting it out regularly after that. I don't know what Banks is trying to finance, or if this is the final go round, or whatever have you. But this shit might work overseas.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Speaking of people who passed their prime, and I don't say this in a disrespectful way. What do you think of the Lauryn Hill clip from the other night?
Girl, I mean, dude, like, see, I hit y'all with the girl, like, y'all, y'all, like, y'all my niggas. But, listen, she came up on that stage.
That was a wild clip.
And my thing is, girl, I hear you. If the doctor telling you now your vocals or whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do. But you're literally known for this. Like, you're notorious for always being late or not showing up. Don't nobody care, respectfully.
Yeah.
First she came up there looking like Chris Tucker in The Fifth Element, right?
Yes,
it is.
She was wilding.
But she been wilding since 2001. Y'all don't remember that Unplugged album? And she only plucked 3 strings, the whole album. I remember I got that album from Sam Goody. I was like, oh shit, we about to hear something new. Like 4 songs, and I was like, man, I'm wasting my money. Take this shit out.
People are really at the point they're like, I'm not going to see her. Like, people are literally at the point like, I'm not going to see her because it's always gonna be. And it's like, oh, well, I don't have to be here, and you better be lucky I'm here. Girl, people are paying their hard-earned money, and you showing up like, and you've been doing this for the longest. Like, it's not like, it just started happening, so you want people to have sympathy for you. No.
Yes, like dog, like doo-wop was 20 years ago. Like,
I'm not letting that go.
What?
That's what I'm posting tonight.
You talking about
get off of here.
That's
my tagline. 3 strings. That's the tagline for the night.
She was only plucking 3 strings on the guitar. Like, I'm not Metro Boomin or nothing, but I was like, bro, what is this? Like,
listen,
you might as well have got a banjo for this. Like, how are you charging people for this?
Art.
Quick question for you, Key. Tell us how bad you wanted to be on Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Hey, that was the show while you playing Olmec?
Oh, shit.
I loved it.
First of all, I wanted to be on that show so bad. Like, that show just looks so fun. And Double Dare, Double Dare 2000. And then someone, I totally forgot about Guts. And I was just like, oh, shit, like, oh, man. And it's like, I was really young when those shows was happening, but, like, I remember them so vividly. I even, like, looked up certain things. You can watch it on, like, Paramount or something, but I'm not paying for that shit.
It's on Paramount Plus. Watch it with my kids. I watch it with my kids. No,
okay.
I still have to watch that goddamn documentary on Gladiators.
Oh, it was good.
Oh, it's good.
It was good. It was good.
Somebody said they ain't laughed that damn hard in a long time. I gotta watch that.
It was actually inspiring.
They used to fuck people up.
How's that inspiring? and them boys
Just
is on roids.
religion.
I know. I
Explain.
know.
You got
Explain
somebody
yourself.
30 and out of shape running, and you just full force.
Just right. Listen.
Man,
Keep me with
listen.
the kitty games because I ain't doing that.
That documentary had me feeling sad that I had American Gladiator action figures as a child because they was getting no money
They
off
would
of
get
it. Like
no
they
bread.
get no
Yeah,
money off of it. Like I'm in the living room playing with Nitro and Gyro, and them boys scraping change.
this is broke.
Um, you got gifted, seated. Hopefully, that's the right terminology. A pair of the Shake JMJ Adidas. Tell us about how special that is.
Yes.
Oh man.
Shout out to
Oh
Shay.
man. Shout out to Shake, man. Shout out to Shake. It's one of those things when things happen. Again, we always talk about imposter syndrome on here. It was definitely one of those moments where I literally questioned like, why me? Because I think about like day ones, and I pretty much know some of like the people he's really cool with and stuff like that, and I'm just like, what did I do specifically to deserve this? But he pretty much would just hit me with the like, nah, like I see what you're doing out here. Like I love like your voice and stuff like that. And outside of me, doing my kicking through mental health, like I'm like, do I really have this type of impact on people? I'm always in awe. But I really did appreciate it. The sneakers are awesome. They're really good. Like when I opened the box, like it was one of those like, oh shit. And I like that he did the forum without the strap, because the forum with the strap is a little, but the forum without the strap, fire. He actually just sent me the merch today if y'all want to check that out.
Nice.
So he sent me like this
Real quick,
shirt.
you know who helped me
Yeah.
get over his syndrome? Imposter syndrome?
Who?
These two.
Don't make
And that's what it's about, man.
Lex cry.
Huh?
I love that.
Don't make Lex cry.
What else did he send you? Was that a hoodie or a long sleeve?
Yeah, this was a shirt. This is this long sleeve? I believe this is short sleeve. And then he sent me the hoodie as well. So I plan on doing something with the hoodie, try to make a fit.
Yeah, that hoodie.
But yeah, this is actually him and his son's hand. So that's pretty dope as well.
That's fire.
Shout out
But
to
yeah,
you. You deserve all of this, fam.
man, y'all know my slogan. I'm just a regular girl from Queens. I really be meaning that shit. Like,
You gotta think about it like this. Like,
It's a lot of dope regular people from Queens. Look at Spider-Man. He's not regular, but you catch my drift. He quick to be like, I'm just a kid from Queens.
y'all can claim Spidey. I think they can only claim Peter. I think Miles is from the Bronx.
Yeah, Peter's
Miles
from
got to be
Queens.
from the Bronx.
Miles is from the Bronx.
Strictly because he's Dominican.
So I think you might have answered this last time we had you, but you turned up for Halloween this year. Like you do full out photo shoots. What's up with what's the love for Halloween time?
Oh man, I don't know what it is about me, but like low key, like now I know depressive shit, but I've always thought about death like a lot ever since I was a kid. Like death has always just been like, what is death? And I guess from there, I just always had a thing for horror. Like, low key, it kind of comes back to MJ. Like the first time I seen the Thriller video at my grandmother's house, it was like in '99, and just even that.
99 was the first time you saw Thriller.
So at that point, I'm probably like what 4 or 5 years old or whatever. Like that's like my vivid memory, and I'm just like, yeah. Wait, what?
Not 1999 was the first time you saw Thriller in 1999.
No, we wasn't looking at MTV like this, bro.
Lex, you 2 years younger than me. Stop it. Stop it.
But yeah, so from then, and then I remember like the first movie that actually really scared me, which now I love, is Stephen King's It.
Great movie.
So I've always been obsessed with that movie, and it just, I don't know, I've always just been attracted to like the dark side, low key. And it's crazy because I don't know if I ever really talked on this, but I actually grew up that Baptist.
Yeah.
So I remember it was like one time I specifically remember like the kids were trick or treating and stuff like that. And I'm like, I want to trick or treat. Oh, we don't celebrate Halloween or, that whole crap.
Yeah.
And, of course, as I got older, it was like, I'm going to do what I want regardless, respectfully. Like, I love God. Like, God is everything. Jesus is everything to me. But I still
Man,
have, that's like my comfort zone, too. Like, the Halloween stuff is like my comfort zone. So, yeah.
Love it. We love it. I have, before we get into that question, the first movie that scared me as a kid. Your shit breaking up, so
yeah.
you're going to have to hold
Yeah.
on.
Shut up. Just shut up.
First movie that scared me when I was a kid was Dusk Till Dawn with Antonio
Dusk
Banderas. So
till dawn.
yeah, I was a kid, man.
Really?
Yeah.
What scared you?
That got me, man. You got motherfuckers popping through the fucking floor. Y'all trapped. Yeah, that shit got me. And then it was like we was watching the Tales from the Crypt marathon and then jumped into
Ooh,
that.
that was my show. Yes.
Now the
Yes.
question that we were about to get to is which movie is better, or music video / movie is better?
I know what you're about to do.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to answer this: Ghost or Thriller?
Woo.
That's gonna
So
be easy.
Says who?
choreography wise, I'm giving it to Ghost. And not by much, but choreography wise, they would, you know what it was? It was still giving that Thriller vibe, but you could tell, like, because that's the 90s. So at that point, you could tell he was adding little stuff like from hip hop and like doing a bounce and like it was
He was more
so
involved.
different. Absolutely more involved. But Thriller is always like, come on now, like Thriller as a whole, like the whole like short movie thing or whatever, I will probably give it to Thriller as a whole. But just choreography, like the strictly choreography, I'm gonna give it to Ghost for sure.
I got a question for you, Key.
Mm-hmm.
So first off, I liked your costume when you did Billy from Saw, because I'm a huge Saw
Oh
fan.
man, listen, I was praying that no one else did that. Like, because I'm seeing all these Halloween fits that people are doing throughout the month. I didn't shoot till like way later in the month. And I'm like, I only saw one person that did Saw, but it wasn't with, I'm like, I know I want to use these satin breads. That's why it was a must for me to have them. And I was like, nah, I'm not playing. I'm going to Target. I'm getting this tricycle. I'm building a tricycle. I was not playing with that shoe. I was not.
What's
I was not.
your favorite Saw movie? Like, so
Oh my gosh.
I've told these two in the group chat, like Saw 2, that's the only movie I've ever walked out of because I have a fear of needles. So when old girl got thrown in the needle pit, I was like, yeah,
Oh,
this is
yeah,
enough for me.
yeah.
Like,
So
this is enough for
I
me.
didn't see the recent one. I still have to like go back and watch that or whatever. But I want to say, which one was it when? Damn.
It's
Which
10
one
of
was
them.
it when? It's Matt. Yo, nah, respectfully, it's Matt.
Hey, yo.
But I'm gonna just say the one when they they thought he was gonna die and they had to cut his brain open or whatever.
Oh, the
Which
third
one was that? The third one.
That was a good one.
That one
That
was
was good.
fire.
Oh, no.
That,
That one was
How you
fire.
gonna jump and
The
talk
one
about
with
that's a good one? But
is
a minute
the
ago,
one
they
with
got
Chris Rock part of the whole canon.
Huh?
yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
called. What was that
It's
called?
Jigsaw. It's called Spiral. So it's basically like Saw 9. But yeah.
I didn't.
That's
Yo,
what it is. It's
10 of
basically
them
Saw
is
9.
crazy. But yeah, that one. That's the one that really stuck to me because I felt like just the way how they did that whole movie. I'm like, nah, like they did that one. So yeah, probably definitely Saw 3.
Well, we have already narrowed down to the last 10, and we're back to my favorite segment of the show. If you remember, this is where you have to ask us a question.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What do I want to ask? So you probably already answered this on the timeline, but I just want you to reiterate. So this is for Kenneth. Matter of fact, top 3 ones of the year for you.
This year? Oof.
Mm-hmm.
All right. One of them hasn't dropped yet. They drop in December. It's going to be those olive craft pears. That one is a given for me. The UNCs and the I'm going with the Royals because
Really?
they're
Okay.
as much as I don't like suede and nubuck, those are super soft on foot. Not in even in hand is
Mhm.
cool. Everybody loves the in hand shit. Once I wear a shoe, I have to. I'm wearing it all day, so I'm walking a few miles. Like my job is like 3 football fields long, so I'm walking up and down, and those were like probably one of the most comfortable pairs this year, besides the Unions. Like the Unions were pretty comfortable as hell too. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. I mean, my flip to what I did with my Unions, put them in my top 5 also. So it's between the Royals and the Unions for that top 3 spot. So
Gotcha.
I can say that
Gotcha.
the other two, I'm waiting to the end of the year to put out a top 5. Oh, folks, by the way, I'm doing a top 10 that is crazy for December, and I'm gonna break it down because I want people to be involved. I want people to wear these shoes, right? I'm doing a top 10 from 2013 to 2023, right? Top 10 pairs from that year. So every year, I'm picking out one shoe that's going to represent that year that's going to be in the top 10. And that year for that week or those 2 or 3 days, I want people to wear shoes from that year. So I'm going to break down everything and we're going to have some fun this December.
That's gonna be lit. I like that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let me think. Any other questions? Oh, by the way, those Royals that's sitting in grade school at my job. I looked in the back. I was like,
Oh, stop.
alrighty then. I'm copping them though. I'm just, I'm trying to get them on discount. So,
And that's the funny
but
thing. Consumer spending has changed,
yeah, yeah,
and people know.
yeah.
Resellers barely know it. They blaming it on the brands, not actual what's happening in real life, and that's where I think perception is fucked up because it's like people are not buying shit just to buy shit anymore,
Yeah.
and that
People are definitely more selective, especially because they keep dropping shit too. So it's like you don't have a choice at this unless you just got money. Like most of us don't have a choice
like,
but to be selective. Yeah, like Lex. Listen,
Nah,
I got a question for you,
what's
Lex.
up?
Yo, how you be flexing? Just like let me know your thought process when you about to flex on the timeline. Like you wake up, do you like stretch and you look at the shoes and then you just
we,
like let me
we can
know.
tell you this. No, he comes to the group chat first. And he's, yo, this is what we about to do today. Check this out. So he shits on us first, and then he shits on everybody else.
Nah,
So it's us first. We get the brunt. We get the first, and then he comes to the timeline with it.
nah, it's not really a shit on. Like I've said on here before, I'd be like, I just be living life. So like if I'm blessed like to get it, I'll be like, well, let's get these first looks out, So I'm like, Ken, I gotta meet up with you so we can shoot this because I know on my cell phone it's gonna look like shit. But if I give it to you, you're gonna make the Mona Lisa. And so I'll come in there, I'll be like, I usually drop the eyes in there. Jay would be like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I'm dropping that unboxing tomorrow with the Eastside
Yeah.
Golfs.
So Jay would be like, what you want? But I'm not gonna lie. So the Almas, this was Jay's fault. Cause we have somebody here, he gets the shoes. So I showed them the black pair. Jay said, I don't believe you. That's cap. So all he said was, it's cap. But in my mind, have you ever seen the meme of the fish from SpongeBob and he's mad with the glass and it says, oh, I'm pussy? That's how my brain works. So I was like, bet. Mission accepted. So then
See, Jay?
I didn't say nothing. So I came in the group chat and I said, Jay, this is for you. He's like, what's for me? I dropped the picture.
Why is my voice like that? What's for me?
I dropped the picture.
Oh shit!
And I just sat back and waited. And then I just saw the bubbles coming. And I saw the Jay Shoe Fanatic has left the chat. Don't text me. Don't message me.
It's one of those things, right? So like we do our best to try to make sure everybody get what they're trying to get, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes some of us are more ecstatic about pairs than others. And when shit like that happens and the opportunity arises, sometimes we don't look out and we just get what we get and it
It be
shows
like
up in the day.
that. Yeah.
So it is what it is, but we still working on getting Jay
Yeah.
right.
So what happened was the people who had them, they only had 13 and 14. And so, me wearing the 13, I don't really have the luxury to wait a lot of times because stuff will fly. And like sometimes the shoes like people don't even think of. Like I know a lot of people are not really into like collecting LeBrons or whatever. I like LeBrons because they're comfy. But like how the South Beaches was going on sale in like the smaller sizes? It's something about like a LeBron retro and anything past a 12, it's like crack smoke. I mean, because it's gone.
The big niggas that missed out the first time, they trying to miss out again because it ain't many pairs being made.
Oh, that shit selling like ribs. Like I don't understand.
Yo,
I hate when people misuse, like, especially mental health terms, right? So, like, I hate when people misuse OCD because people don't really understand OCD being obsessive compulsive disorder, right? But, like, I don't have that, but I am a bit of a completionist. So these guys know I bitch at them every day about the Alma Manier collection, and I was short the Alma Manier 3 for the longest time. Like, the longest time.
Shout out to Miss You Fanatic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she looked out for me. We bit the bullet. She got me the Alma Manier 3s. So that kind of put the finishing touch on my Alma Manier collection.
So the 5 showed up.
Not 5 around. So these guys know how I am about my completionist. So I say, listen, I gotta get that. Like, even if I didn't like the 5s, I was probably gonna buy the 5. Like, that sounds stupid. It sounds dumb.
It's not. No. I actually have a question for you. Because I know you like Alma Manier. I know like you really love the brand. Between Alma Manier, social status, all of that, you don't think that they're dropping too much?
I'll say no, and I'll tell you why, right? So we probably have all been in some boutique, some store, maybe some Nike store, where they'll have a unique collection of like 1 through 20, like all of a gray colorway of all silhouettes, like unique to that store. It's like the trophy room has 1 through 20, all gray and gold, something like that. My ultimate wish is that Alma Manier would have their spin on 1 through 14, right?
That's fair.
I'd love to see that. On top of that, too, I don't want to get into, like, especially at the time, get into the amplifying back black voices, the black struggles. We can talk about that another day. But as far as the actual way the shoes look, they fit my personality. Like, I'm a very earth tone. The shoes look mature. They look like something a 40-year-old man can wear going out on a date night or kicking it around. They kind of have that dual purpose vibe to it. So I like the whole collection as a whole. Like, they haven't missed on any of them to me as of yet. So that's why.
Yeah, and you just talking just like Jordan wise.
Just a Jordan wise. So like I looked at the. I told you guys I'm gonna get the Proto Max 720. I'm not gonna get that shoe probably. The Air Force.
I told James if he got that shoe, I would disown him.
You talking about the 6s, right?
Oh, the Proto Max. 6.
Oh, the Proto Max. I thought you were talking about the 6s. That's why I was dying.
Those two. I'm passed on the social status 6s. Like they don't fit. They don't fit my steez. That's an old person word. They don't fit my motif. So I'm good.
Yeah. Now I like what I guess as a brand is doing. I think this year though, like they dropped so much shit. Like, and those Mac attacks, I'm sorry, bro. Like, James, if you watching this, I'm sorry, but like y'all didn't need 4 like, and again, I don't know their contracts with Nike or anything like that, but it just
2 separate contracts.
No one's checking for those.
They got the Nike contract and they got the Jordan brand.
Yeah,
Okay.
and those Mac attacks, it
Whitney
was
got a
the first
question for
two, okay, but
Right.
Whitney dropped a question for us.
Yeah. Before you answer that, I'll be honest with you. I'm still going to try to buy them. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try to buy them. I don't like that they're releasing another 3 and another 4 next year. It should be like a 6 and a 7 to me.
Oh, in
that's
the
fair.
17s.
That's fair.
And 17.
And the
So
17.
17 I'll buy 17, but like I'm about
17
to
dropping
go.
here.
Yo, so
I,
what do
I
you
can't
think
wait to see
about the
them.
17s,
I
Keith? Like,
Hold
love the
on.
17s. I have the
Hold on.
countdown packs.
what do you think about the price? Like for me,
Oh,
I've been
whew.
waiting on this, so I'm like they can tell you when it came out, I was like, I don't care, take my money.
I feel two ways about them. Part of me is like, I'm thinking about that 300 thing, and I really do feel like, and I understand it's a low, so I know it didn't come with the briefcase or whatever, but I do honestly feel if you're gonna do something that's gonna be 300, we need something to go along with it to justify the price. However, if it's one of those situations where I see that in my size 5 is gonna be really hard to get, I'm gonna just have to bite the bullet and be okay with it. But my thing is, and that's always going to be my thing, and for some reason people on Twitter get mad when I say this, but I said what I said. Like I said, all of y'all niggas that's on some, I don't wear numbers 14 and up. Keep that energy. Period. What are we
Got
talking
to,
about?
you got to.
I said what I said.
Whitney posed a great question. She said, do we think a lot of sneakers are dropping, or is it just that our interest in paying attention has increased?
That's a good question. But to answer that, a lot of sneakers are dropping.
It's a
Absolutely.
lot of stuff. Like I want to say,
It's
Brandon did
a
the math.
lot.
Brandon did the math the other day, and so
He did.
excluding like the limited stuff, I think he said it's equal to 3 Jordans. Like a Jordan drops every 3 days or something this year. Like excluding like the limited pairs. So it's a lot. And then when
Between just
eggs them up,
grade school and collabs, and so many collabs been dropping too. Like,
So to bring it
it's a
into
lot.
perspective, right? It's been this way for a while, right? We're focused. No, and it's the amount of shoes that have been dropping is a lot. Because I do it every year where I tell y'all how many lows and mids drop outside of just the highs, right?
Right.
You take Jordan 1s away, we still got 600-700 pairs of shoes that dropped this year, right? That's just excluding Jordan 1s. When you add it in, we're close to a G. That's a lot of fucking shoes.
It's a
But this is
lot.
consistent since 2019.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But this is where it gets like the whole our attention spans, right? So much shit is dropping like Master P albums. That's horrible. That's horrible.
That's
But
No
insane.
here's the thing.
Limit had a new album out every Saturday, bro. Or what was it, Tuesday that day, right? Tuesday.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, them
Here's the thing,
pixel
though. I'm
album
gonna
covers.
say
That's my
this because
childhood, man.
this is what I try to bring into focus to everybody. When you're focusing on, say, like your thing is 5s and 3s, right? The only thing you really care about is 5s and 3s. So, like, you really have some type of tunnel vision going on because you don't really care about 6s and 7s or none of them other 11 lows. So none of that shit really registers into you that, oh shit, they dropped 22 pairs of this year. Oh shit, they did da da da. All you know is they dropped the ass of 4s and 5s this year. You really, and of course you're gonna see Jordan 1s, like, yeah, damn, there's a whole bunch of new shits. But again, you're blinded to everything else that they're dropping because you don't care about no Total Max Pro Jordan 360. Like, nobody cares about all the random stuff that they're also putting out that goes into this number count of shoes that they put out every year. Same thing with Nike. We have maybe 200 different iterations of the Air Force One besides the regular Air Force One.
Yeah.
Like, we got Air Force One Destructs, Sages, like, but all of that goes into the total count of shoes that dropped this year. And nobody's like, damn, they dropped a boot this year? When the fuck they do that? Blinders, you're only seeing what you want to see. So,
So much
And not even
stuff
that.
that
When
shit
you get
drop.
into other brands,
and that part too. How much shit. If
I'm
anybody asked how
overwhelmed.
many fucking Adidas dropped this year, we'd be fucking pulling sticks forever, right? Because
Yeah.
nobody really knows. Like, they still making NMDs, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's like, oh shit, they still make those? Yeah, you're not paying
Oh,
attention to
for
what's
sure.
going on over here. Like, you're blinded to what you want to see. And that there's one aspect of sneakerhead community that I don't like. Perspective is super narrow. There's no logic behind a lot of the shit that people say. It's just what I said is it is what it is. No, not really. Perspective, broaden it just a little bit, just a little bit. That's all I'll be asking for. All right. And before we get out of here, because I know people are still killing me. I didn't mute that damn tweet. I let it stay. People were mad at me for what I said about Marcus, right? Saying like, yo, why are you still mad and all that other shit. It's like, no, I don't care about you like being mad at him. Cool, keep your fucking vendetta. I care about you like going hard with being mad. Like, if you want to do that shit, don't buy the shit. Boycott. That's it. Fuck him. You're done. But to come on every single post, and I'm keeping track because I'm petty like that. But to come on every fucking post I got and say the same shit, I'm like, yo, dude, I seen you say this shit 3 days ago. The fuck? I got you. I understand. You don't fucking rock with it. Leave it the fuck alone. Make your own post.
No,
At him.
my favorite part of the post was so he used one of my pairs for a picture, right?
Yeah, I
So
did.
the guy was like, oh, you just dick sucking Marcus because he must have backdoored you this pair. So I just was like, oh, that I was
It's
like,
not even his.
this my pair, and I ain't get nothing backdoored or dick suck somebody. So what's up? I still waiting on the response.
I told these guys when all that shit was going down that I'm okay with not having the pair, right? Because the designers were upset with how that release went. And since they were upset with how that release went, I can care less about that fucking shoe. I ride with them because they ride for me. And that's how it rocks with that. That's why I say, like, on a deeper level, I'm like, I don't even give a fuck about having that shoe. I don't. If I really, really, really wanted the fucking shoe, I would go hard and go to channels that I can go to get the fucking shoe. I'm not doing it because I don't care about that damn shoe like
Get
that.
it for me. I
Hey,
care about it.
not too much of my smoke alarm.
And I ain't gonna lie,
I'm
I didn't even hear the smoke
working on
alarm.
something else for you, Jay.
I'm laughing at D. Will. He said, "Tell that ninja to worry about marrying his aunt-in-law." Man, I'm crying.
Yo,
So I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
that's wild.
So
That's still wild. That's a whole nother level
yeah.
of wild.
So I'm
I
gonna be honest.
mean,
Like,
That is astronomically wild. That is.
so I do have 2 pairs of them, and both of them have come from like our local resale shop, Cola Kicks, and literally I wasn't even looking for them. I know the first one they had a store opening up here at Myrtle Beach, which is like 2 hours away. So me and Unlove, we always show support. We went up there. They had them. I bought some stuff and I traded. It was like a Doritos, a Mac Attack, and something else. I can't remember what it was. I want to say it was like a UNC one or something. Second pair, literally walked in Cola Kicks. They was like, "Oh, we got something you would like." This guy just came in here, and I was like, "How much you want?" They told me. I was like, "Oh, I got like 4 pairs of Barclays there. Would do that alone."
4 pairs of Barclays.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, right? That part right there is like, yo, nigga.
No. Cause like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I do double and triple on stuff, but it evens out. Cause
You
a lot
stealing.
of times, like I what?
You stealing.
I'm not stealing.
You stealing pairs.
Nah, I'm not stealing pairs. If I can work out.
let me find out you in the back of champs.
Nah, man. I wish my champs got Barclays, but nah, if I can trade for a shoe, I'm gonna trade for a shoe. At the end of the day, eggs almost $30, nigga.
And on that note, I'm closing out because this nigga is wilding. Listen.
Yo, I'm dead.
Key, we love when you come on. We appreciate you for showing up for us.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, one more question.
Go ahead.
When did wifey open open the website again?
We're working.
Okay. All right.
You didn't catch the biggest part about that. We are working.
No, I called it. I
Like I do every Monday, y'all. There's so much shit coming for next year. I can finally say this now because I already got the ball rolling. My book is coming. Yes, sir.
like what type of book?
It's,
Or we gotta wait.
yeah. It's gonna be it's an edition book, so every year it's gonna be a new edition.
Gotcha.
Jay, why you clutching your hoodie like that? That's your way of clutching your pearls?
Your laces will be in the mail tomorrow, Jay, Z, Brandon. I got y'all. Lex picked his up the other day. These drop on Friday, y'all. I'll start rolling out promo Wednesday because I still got a couple more things I want to do. If y'all seen some of the teaser pics, thank you. I've been working on my photography game very, very heavy these last couple of months, trying to step up the way I shoot, trying to have a signature with my shots, which I do now thanks to Jordan Keyser and Juan. Thank you too for helping me develop what I have here and having a signature with my shots. Appreciate y'all.
This man's shots are amazing. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like,
I appreciate you trying to boost my head, homie. Appreciate that.
hey man. Hey man.
Geeks to Soul merch.
Is.
Geeks to Soul merch, the next old school rookie drop, and a new batch of Unloved hoodies before Black Friday and on Black Friday.
Oh, quick question.
Yes,
Question. So, Key, what are you looking forward to picking up this month?
This month, what's coming out this month? Damn. We are in November.
I know it's
so-
Fear 3.
Neapolitan 11s, the Olive 4s, and
Fear 3s?
Fear 3s.
Fear 3s. I do. How y'all think y'all
5.
gonna how y'all think those gonna do? I'm trying to see if I could wait out on them.
These might be one of the few shoes that sell out this year.
Nah.
Yeah.
What?
I think they'll move, but I don't think it may be an instant sellout. I think it's one of those shoes like it'll dry up over like the next 2 weeks after Black Friday.
Yeah, slow.
Because you're still gonna have the 11s coming. And we see this every year. I know every year everybody's like, oh, they're gonna make 1 million pairs of 11s. It's still people who strike out.
Nah.
Right?
Nah, it is true. That's true. That's absolutely true.
When they strike out on that, they're gonna be looking for something to have under the Christmas tree. And I think that's when the fears are gonna move. Hell, that's probably when some of the Royals gonna move. Like, you'd be surprised.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Like,
that didn't shock me.
Take it from somebody who has worked at Champs on Christmas Eve 6 years in a row. Like, listen, when it gets close to like 6 o'clock and that gate is about to go down, people lose
they scrambling
their minds. Like,
I believe it. I would like the Amas, but we'll see. Y'all, I'm getting to the point. I'm like, yo, $225.
What you think about the EQL charge?
Like, I saw some of, because they don't. So my impression. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Last thing. So
answer the question. I'm just letting him know. He keep coming out the woodworks with more questions.
My first impression, I thought that they was charging it like regardless, just for entering, but they're only charging it if you win.
Okay.
Correct.
Right. Yes.
And I think that's what we were discussing a while ago.
And
we didn't even know how to.
Listen, it's one of those things. Like, if I gotta pay it, I'll pay it. I guess I'm trying to find my reasoning to why they're doing that all of a sudden. I'm personally not a fan of EQL anything. I'd rather just do a raffle. If I win, I don't. Because what if I put in 3 raffles and all my pieces hit? I'm gonna be tight. So EQLs for me is like.
He got jumped.
Oh, I know. Listen, then he also got proven wrong, but that's another story for another day. But
Fact.
Like, it is what it is. Like, but I'm not mad at it. I guess I just want to know the reasoning behind it. Like,
yeah.
think we'll ever get one, or at least not a straight one. It's going
Yeah,
to be one of those beat around the bush. We're not going. You know, this is why it happened. No, that has shit to do with what we asked.
I feel
Like the same.
like they didn't start that until they had all these Mac attacks. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm
Something
not
got
mad at that theory though. I'm not. I'm not. And
Don't
even with
agree
the
with
last airship, like, niggas started returning them shit, especially when they saw, it's gonna be the glue stains, like just a warning. And I know niggas is like, yo, what? Like,
Yeah,
I love that airship though. Like, that was
yeah.
definitely one of my favorite pickups this year. They
Right.
did amazing on those. But
Jay.
yeah,
Anything else
So,
before we close out?
man, I got nothing. Thank you, Keith, for coming on.
thank
We love your
you.
energy. We love your perspective. You know what I
Always.
mean? I want to do more digging. Like I said, you had a pretty packed year, quiet as kept. But that's more incentive to have you on again. So just continued success. Wish you the best in the future. Congratulations on picking up your side gig. And again, just thank you for
Thank
spending the time with
you.
us. Like,
Thank you.
We're gonna have you back again, but
Thank
this
you.
is it's almost
Oh
becoming
yeah,
tradition.
yeah.
You,
We
you
yeah,
was
already, we already got the date, so we're good.
now. What was I getting ready to say? Because I know I forgot something, and I don't want to forget. Okay, wife side's coming back. Geeks to Soul merch is coming. Oh, YouTube. If you're not following J_shoot fanatic on YouTube, you're fucking losing
Yeah.
out. Please follow the big homie. You can also catch our show there after we finish here, and then his reviews of the latest and greatest pairs that are dropping. So please follow J_shoot fanatic.
appreciate it.
And he got a
Um,
weightlifting channel.
I'm not laughing at you.
I'm
I'm laughing at
telling the
Lex.
truth.
He
I do.
is though.
I do.
That's
He's
why it's funny.
turning people from Captain America, who was scrawny, to buff Captain America.
It's not active. I haven't filmed in a minute, but I'll get it back popping in a minute.
See, he's too busy eating 8 chickens a day, getting his protein in. What I tell you?
Oh man.
I had shrimp
So
today.
I could say this now since we're getting close to it. One of our shows coming up, we're going to have a Jordan Brand rep come on, so be prepared for that. It's going to be a nice. We're going to keep it clean though. We're not jumping to a lot of random questions, but we will be taking questions from a lot of y'all before the day happens. It's a special
Male or
show.
woman?
That show is
Male
going
or
to be on
female?
Sunday. Huh?
Male or female?
Female.
Ooh, okay.
That show is going to be on Sunday, so we will be taking questions starting that Friday prior. I'll make sure I put it out well enough time to where people can ask their questions. I'm going to put it on Twitter also. We're going to choose maybe like top 5, top 10 questions, and we'll go from there.
Do we got a show from a remote location coming up?
Maybe. It's only going to be 2 of us if everything goes down that way, because Lex ain't going to be able to make it. They gave us the date. So it's up to me and you if we're going to do it. They gave us the date.
I might be out of the country, or I might just be coming back in the country.
That release is December 8th. It's not the 2nd anymore. They pushed it back. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Chino. Shout out to Danny and Chino. Danny's the one that hooked us up with the dates and letting us know. So I'll tell you about it offline, Key. So so not sitting here like, what the fuck are they?
I'm like, whatever it is, I'm excited for you guys.
It's a trip to Florida. It's a trip to Florida. I could say that. I could say that.
I think I know. I think I know.
That might be the biggest thing. I have these in my hand because this was supposed to be my Kobe week, and I was wearing nothing but purple and gold all week. Somebody kept saying, yo, they need to drop metallic purples. And I was like, yeah, they do. In the OG high, it's like, well, wasn't that women's pair? I was like, no. That women's pair.
You said it so many times, too.
Bye. Same thing. This is metallic purple.
Mm-hmm.
See that? Sheen. Those shits ain't had no sheen, but that's a whole nother story. My stomach is touching my back. I'm waiting for my wife to get home. I thought she was gonna be like walking in the midst of the show, so she could at least come and say what's up. She was in the chat at some point, so shout out to my wife. Earthly Notes by Nature is coming back in full force. She is currently working on the website, everything redesigned. Some products are not coming back, and that's due to
Just don't get rid of the butterfly shit. That is my favorite. She
I
knows. Like,
can't
I'm like,
say what is
girl.
coming back and what's not because that's not mine. But she got a lot of stuff coming. Again, thank everybody for tuning in like y'all do, man. We really, really appreciate y'all. Y'all have no fucking idea. Thank y'all all for the support and love because y'all propelled us to these doors that we were able to walk into. Without y'all, we ain't here. And without you two, I'm not here. So I appreciate you two every fucking week coming on and holding me down. Thank you.
Got you, man.
I say it in the chat. These motherfuckers ignore it. Love you two. All right? The motherfuckers, I can see it seen, and they don't say shit else. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers just, all right, bet. Let's see how y'all motherfuckers like it. No, but thank y'all. Thank y'all.
And thank you for having me. Yeah, and whoever don't follow me on Twitter, Instagram, well, here, and I'm not as much on TikTok anymore, but I'm gonna start posting on there too. But follow me out on all socials and watch me pop my shit.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go.
Where can they find you at, family?
You said me or Jay?
Lex.
Lex Luthor 72 on Instagram, Big Lex 729 on Twitter. I am on TikTok, but I don't post anything. Yeah, Craig, you did miss the show. I'm gonna
You messing you.
Jay, where can they find you?
I am J_shoe fanatic across all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, the whole everything. So look out for the re-up of this episode. Hopefully tonight, if it gets up in time. Again, thank you, Key, for everything.
Thank you,
guys.
Keith.
Shout out to Life in Black.
I was about to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm Mr. Unloved Ones. Again, thank everybody for purchasing this tea. I donated a portion of my proceeds to AIM, which was a mental health group aimed at youth suicide prevention. So thank everybody for doing this. This came in adult and youth sizes. We're not doing it again. This is done. It's done. So whatever the next drop is going to be something completely different. And it's also going to be dedicated to kids also. And Friday, big day. And November, end of this month, very, very big. All right, Mr. Unloved Ones, you can find me on every fucking social media platform out there, whether I wanted to be there or not, I am there. I'm also at your favorite blog. I am also on your favorite YouTube channel. I am every fucking where because everybody mentions me. That was very narcissistic. I don't care. I had to say it.
Listen. Listen. No one can. If you know your flaws, no one else can say anything about it.
Absolutely.
Facts. That's facts.
Big facts.
And my homeboy said some fuck shit to me earlier, and I was still mad about that shit. But it's all gravy. He already said, no matter what you think you are, you're not going to be able to change somebody else's perception because that's their perception. So keep doing what the fuck you doing. If they want to call you an influencer, nigga, you an influencer. Just don't know what the fuck you influencing though. We have, you know the motto. We are the culture. Act like it. Deuces.
Later.
Later.